last episode of We Are Diamonds. How do we respond to times of crisis? And how can we beat the fear of change so that we can respond in a more positive way and not only cope with the crisis but also bounce back from the crisis? So, this is what we call the concept of resilience. As resilient individuals, we have the ability to cope and adapt to the stressful times and also come out of the stressful time even stronger. So the first step to be able to do that is we have to fight the fear. And to fight the fear, we have to starve it. Because fear feeds on our attention, our time, and our thoughts. So to starve the fear, we have to stop feeding it the things that it normally consumes. And to do that, there are a couple of tips I'm going to share with you that I call them the 3 C's. They are the antidotes of fear and anxiety. The first one is creativity. So if you have any skills or talents that you're gifted with, normally they can help you during such times by giving you more positive mindsets, like writing or baking or crafts or painting. All of these definitely can help. And some people even learn new skills during stressful times. The second is comedy or humor and play. And this is helpful for all age groups. Just think of all the social media funny posts that we've seen through the COVID-19 pandemic and how uplifting they've been to our feelings and our mindset. The third C is curiosity, and this is more of an intellectual kind of an antidote, whereby we start to question more, we start to think about things or to manage our thoughts rather than letting them manage our thinking. This expands our awareness. Now, all of these 3 C's together, they help us get some free space in our minds to be occupied by more positive thoughts. And once we've got more positivity, we start to cope and adapt to the changes, and eventually we get empowered to adopt some changes in our behaviors and daily routines. What happens there is that we shift focus, and our focus changes, and we have different angles and perspectives. So we start to focus on what we can control versus what we cannot control. And also we start to focus on others rather than focus on ourselves and being self-centric. Adversity in general brings a different level of awareness because it helps us mature and discover who we really are in depth. And it also makes us more relatable because we start to empathize more with people who are going with us through this kind of a storm. COVID-19 has been a typical collective adversity or crisis because we've seen during these times how resilient societies and communities were actually the ones that demonstrated solidarity and connection, where citizens supported each other and cared for each other. If you think about it, COVID-19 actually tested human capacity or human sense of cooperation and solidarity, because when we started to realize that our behaviors actually can have risks or can increase the risk of others getting the disease, like vulnerable people or like our seniors, our loved ones, we started to act differently. We complied more with public health guidelines so that we can help protect each other from the virus. As you see, in collective adversity, we are in the storm together. We react to the same stress. Although we're in different boats, we're in different contexts, but we do react to the same stress. We reflect and think and respond to the storm together, and we change our behaviors accordingly. We will be bent or changed by the crisis, and that's normal. But we get through this as a resilient community or society composed of resilient individuals, because we are diamonds, and when we come out of the crisis, we come out more powerful. That's what we've seen in New Brunswick, for example. So far as we speak now, New Brunswick's community and sense of connection really helped everyone around build on each other's capacities. People reached out to each other and they helped each other, and eventually they As we speak now, we see that we are almost over the COVID-19 in terms of a pandemic, and we're starting to bounce back. So this concludes the last video of We Are Diamonds as a series. Thanks to all of those who joined me on this journey, which has been a very inspiring journey for me. I really learned from all of the perspectives and comments and messages I received during the preparation of these videos, and they helped me shape the content of the videos. If you had the chance to see or to watch the previous videos, thanks for being with me. And if you have not, I invite you to check the playlist of We Are Diamonds on the Facebook page and also on the YouTube channel if you want to check the Arabic translation if you're interested in Arabic content. And although this is the last episode, it's not the end of the whole concept. Starting next week, we're gonna start with the stories of We Are Diamonds. Because although we listen to inspiring messages and they can be very helpful, when we start to listen to actual stories, we connect more to the message. We can get more inspired as we see real life examples. And I'm grateful for the friends and the fellow citizens who expressed interest in sharing their perspectives. Thank you for now, and we'll see you next week in Stories of We Are Diamonds. Thank you.